profoundly gifted child who graduated high school at age 7, who scored a perfect 800 on his math SATs, and an overwhelming fear of disappointing his father.
There's nothing I hate more than discussing my child with a know-it-all.
Infinity, the end, death.
Law and Order, Criminal Intent. Wednesday at 9 on 5.
Never underestimate the power of these two.
I think bullying is rather a strong word.
They were called the king and queen of daytime.
They were demanding.
Of course they're ruthless. It will give you the impression they weren't ruthless. Of course they're ruthless. But they're professionals.
For 15 years, Richard and Judy have ruled the land of daytime TV. But surely it's not all smiles and comfy sofas.
They're not happy about this program being made.
The Truth About Richard and Judy, 10 p.m. Wednesday on 5.
And now on 5, NBA basketball action begins a Monday night of sport.
That I have ever seen. They get it to Fisher. He scores! Derek Fisher! Evan Cornett up high and LeBron James! Mellow to the top shelf and then some. Blocked by Richard Jefferson. Oh, what a pass! A rookie clean away. Ben with a steal. Ben driving. Ben Wallace strikes again.
And tomorrow night is NBA night with the game of the week featuring the Indiana Pacers at the Houston Rockets with Mark Webster and John Amici presenting the action. And a busy night tonight too with more NBA action up next. All the latest news and interviews with the stars in the NBA's magazine show, kickboxing, USPGA golf and the Sony Open, plus the review of the European Seniors Tour takes us through to 4 o'clock. Then it's FIM Supercross, boxing from 2001 with O'Neill Bell and Arthur Williams. And finally, Motorsport Mondial. OK, kickboxing in 25 minutes, right after our taste of NBA action.
This is NBA TV's NBA action. This week we'll drop in on the Indiana Pacers and a team that's tearing up the league, the scorching Phoenix Suns. Plus, we'll unveil the NBA's award winners for December. Check out a new venture for the Hornets' Baron Davis. And as always, we'll bring you the top 10 plays of the week.
Kamari Stoudemire around Mutombo. Get out! He is unstoppable! You cannot believe what we just saw! Oh, man, what a dunk! Tear up that rim, young fella. Sensational! Oh, I'm shaking in my chair. Oh, at home!
We tip things off by taking you into the action in the Eastern Conference as we follow the Indiana Pacers. As they hovered around the 500 mark, the Pacers look to games against the Hornets, Bobcats, and Nets in late December to set them on a winning course heading into the new year.
Ahead to Reggie Miller. Makes the fake. There's the shot. There's the basket. Reggie Miller. Miller the three. Got it. 100 to 82. Reggie hits a couple of threes. And the Pacers back to that 500 mark.
O'Neal, low post, shuns the defender, puts the shot up and in, and was fouled by Jason Capono. Down in the front court, Tinsley. And Tinsley up and under, nice move, and the foul. Dumps it down in, Volta for 5 seconds, they're down 3, they need a shot, quickly, no, off the front of the rim, and Indiana will win.
Here's O'Neal taking it around Smith, and he banks it through, plus a foul. Indiana controls on the move. Changing speeds, Tinsley, and a chance for three. In Vince Carter's home debut, the Nets come up well short against Indiana, outplayed in the fourth quarter, and they lose it 96
92-83 the final.
You know, it's fun always to get victories and, you know, for everybody to play pretty well. And, you know, it don't matter how we get it, just as long as, you know, at the end of the scoreboard, the Pacers are up and the other team is down, you know, we'll take it.
After ending 2004 on a high note with 3 straight victories, the Pacers' New Year's resolution was to keep on winning.
The Indiana Pacers hit the home floor for the first time in 2005, and they hit it running. Pacers shifting into gear with the new year, and they're looking for their 4th straight win. But to do it, they'll have to get by their recent nemesis in the East. Tonight from Conseco Fieldhouse, the Pacers versus the Milwaukee Bucks.
For us as a team right now, it's going to be important to approach this game the same way we had the last 3, and that is with kind of more of a grinding mentality. You know, if we do that, we should put ourselves in a position to be successful. If we go up and down Milwaukee and run for jump shots, that's their game. So we got to make sure we approach this the right way.
And the right way in this game was getting the ball to their star big man, Jermaine O'Neal, early and often.
O'Neal walks in, gets it, and there's the foul. Jermaine O'Neal running wild here in the opening minute and a half, all 6. Pacer point. Tinsley sets up O'Neal over Smith. Swish. At this pace, it's 120-point night ahead for Jermaine O'Neal. So far, 14 in the first quarter. We're just about halfway gone. Gets it in the hands of O'Neal. In the air, too hard. Another offensive rebound, another basket, another foul. O'Neal, tough angle, and he's got that one.
Nice job going away from the double team.
Right now, Jermaine O'Neal has 19 in the first quarter, but we still have 3 minutes to go.
Jermaine's first quarter explosion put Indiana up by 3, but as it turned out, he was just getting warmed up.
Johnson. Jermaine O'Neal rises and hits. And Jermaine O'Neal flexing the muscles, showing the power to get by. And he has 24 points in the first half. O'Neal gets the step on the shooting. Forget about it.
Jermaine has 29.
A point away from 30 in the first half.
The Bucks were staying right in the game, trailing by 3 at halftime. But in the second half, they still had no way to cool off O'Neal.
Pacers by 1. No foul. And a hit by O'Neal. O'Neal now with 35. And we've just begun the second half. Tinsley passes it off to Curry, who finds O'Neal. And it leads to a career high of 41 points for Jermaine O'Neal. They go to O'Neal. He turns. He fires. Gets his own rebound. And that's 51 points for Jermaine O'Neal, and the crowd responds. Becomes the first Pacer since 1992 in 12 seasons to surpass the 50-point mark in a ball game.
Jermaine finished with a career and NBA season high of 55, and the Pacers won their 4th straight game.
55 points. All right, when's the last time you scored 55?
I've never scored 55. People don't understand what, you know, the type of preparation we put in and the things that go on behind the scenes. And I can't do anything that I did out there today without my teammates and without my coaching staff, without these fans. So we need everybody to be in on it for guys to be successful. It's a total team effort.
Welcome back to NBA TV's NBA Action. Now we take you back into the action, this time in the West, with the NBA's top team, the red-hot Phoenix Suns.
This place is alive. It's electric, and a lot of it is because of number 32.
Amari Stoudemire has fueled the rise of the Suns, and he would take his play to a new level against Portland.
Look at this. He steps on Amari beautifully.
The young forward, who's the league's 4th leading scorer, came out on the attack from the start, showcasing every facet of his ever-improving game.
Amari continues to impress, and he ties it at 6.
Steve Nash kept feeding the hot hand as Amari scored 12 first-quarter points.
Powers it in. On balance, but still got it to go.
And Stoudemire's play was energizing the entire team. The Phoenix offense clicked for 41 points in the second quarter, and they had the Trailblazers reeling.
Rejected by Stephen Hunter. And it comes down to Marion 3-on-1 to the trailing Amari. On balance, to the count. of shots by Stoudemire.
But the Trailblazers withstood the onslaught and fought back in the second half behind Darius Miles, who finished with a season-high 25 points. And early in the fourth quarter, they pulled to within just 2.
Cleared and hammered home by Darius Miles.
But in the end, Portland had no answer for Stoudemire, who scored 20 fourth-quarter points to set a new career high.
Deflected by Stoudemire. Stoudemire continues up the floor. Here he goes. Look at the crowd. They're on their feet. Yes! 50 points.
And Phoenix rolled to a 19-point win. Next up was a visit to Minnesota to face Kevin Garnett and the Timberwolves, and the Suns came out hot.
Drop it off to Stoudemire. Here comes his first dunk on a right-handed finish. Jacobson steal. Out ahead. Nash. Dunk coming up. Minnesota gets back on defense. Nash pull up 18-footer. Count it. Biggest lead of the quarter for Phoenix.
But Garnett kept Minnesota in the game.
Garnett drive running Hunter. Hang. Shot. Dance. Go down. He made the shot. Talks some trash and ends the 8th straight for Phoenix.
The league's reigning MVP scored a team record 47 points and had 17 rebounds, but had his hands full with Stoudemire.
A step on Garnett and a fantastic right-handed flush for Amari Stoudemire.
Leading by 7 at halftime, Phoenix turned it up at the defensive end and broke the game open in the third quarter, taking a 21-point lead.
Hunter blocks the shot. Hunter blocks it a second time. Front court Marion, slam dunk.
But with Sam Cassell scoring 24 points and Wally Szczerbiak adding 20, Minnesota made a late charge.
Court, Szczerbiak the pass, layup made, one coming.
And Kevin Garnett continued his sensational play, pulling the Timberwolves within 5 with just over a minute to play.
Kevin Garnett has gone for 41 tonight.
But with Steve Nash racking up 16 assists, Phoenix held on down the stretch and also passed an important test by defeating a Western Conference power.
But the margin just too much. The Suns win the game. 122-115.
I always just try to give it to the guy who's open. You know what I mean? So that kind of makes it simple. But then, you know, sometimes in the game, if a guy hasn't got enough looks, you try to get him the ball. But it's so much fun to play with so many talented players.
The next night, the Suns were in Houston to take on Tracy McGrady and the Rockets. And once again, Nash was finding the open man.
It throws it back out. Joe Johnson's three-pointer is good.
Joe Johnson got the Suns off to a big early lead with 11 points in the first quarter, while T-Mac was pulling out all the stops to keep Houston in the game.
Here's McGrady, top of the key with it. Jacobson on it. He's going right to the hole. Scoops it up with the left hand and scores. Only superstars can make that shot.
But the Suns couldn't be stopped. They took a 22-8 lead and never trailed again.
I'll tell you, that was something else. Johnson down the left corner, back to Jacobson, out on top, Richardson, three-pointer, Richardson in the air, good.
On this night, the NBA's highest-scoring team had 6 players scoring in double figures, and they defeated Houston for their 15th win in the past 16 games.
108-98 will score here tonight at Toyota Center.
Got 5 people out there that can guard at all times, and it's making it hard for the teams to match up with us. You know, we got a great group of guys out here that's coming out playing every night, and we're just making it happen right now.
We're back with more of NBA TV's NBA action. Time now to log on to NBA.com as we check out the honor roll of award winners for December.
Finds Emeka with the thunderous slam. No doubt about that. No doubt.
For the second straight time, Charlotte's Emeka Okafor was named Got Milk Rookie of the Month in the East. He was the only player with a double-double in every game in December and leads all rookies in scoring and rebounding.
The more you get to know Mac, you know, he doesn't go out there and say, you know, I'm, you know, the pick, Okafor and 04, none of that stuff. He doesn't think about it. He just goes out and plays, and that's what makes him good.
In the West, the Spurs' unheralded Bino Udrih was named December's top rookie. The guard from Slovenia leads Western Conference rookies in scoring.
That's playing basketball. Spinorama. Sweet move. They say this kid makes great basketball decisions and great basketball plays.
Mike D'Antoni was named the Western Conference Coach of the Month after guiding Phoenix to a 13-2 record, including 11 straight victories, and he's found a winning strategy.
Getting people in their roles and to accept their roles and to play a good team type of basketball, then we'll be successful.
Come on! You gotta want to win!
The Coach of the Month in the East was Stan Van Gundy, who guided the Heat to a 14-1 record in December, and now has the fans in Miami thinking about a championship.
We welcome those expectations. The excitement's great. We got a lot of work to do to live up to those expectations.
Dwayne Wade. It's a joy to watch this guy play. Oh, he's unbelievable.
One of the main catalysts for the Heat's success is Dwayne Wade, who was named Player of the Month in the East, averaging 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists. And he continues to amaze his teammates.
We've really never seen a player such as he. You can't take this out of somebody and give it to him. I just think he has his own unique style.
He's either too quick or too big for pretty much everybody he plays against.
In the Western Conference, Dirk Nowitzki of the Dallas Mavericks was named Player of the Month. He averaged 27 points and 9 rebounds in December, highlighted by his 53-point effort in a game against Houston.
We are seeing one of the great performances in many years.
There are nights where, you know, it feels like everything you throw up goes in. It was one of the nights where everything went in, and I'm just glad we won.
Now we look at some of the NBA's more entertaining moments in the latest edition of I Love This Game. This week we're arrived at your doorstep with special deliveries from all around the league. And one of them comes in from Toronto, courtesy of Jalen Rose.
3 seconds remaining. Here's Jalen Rose, dribble drive to the rim, got it!
Speaking of deliveries, T-Mac brought this one to Andre Miller's house.
Oh, and Tracy McGrady rams it home.
But Tracy had his own problems trying to stop Kobe.
Here we go again. Bryant against McGrady. Kobe with a spectacular jam.
Sometimes it's just a bad hair day and not much better for your face when Flip Murray drives the lane.
Oh, the facial served up by Flip Murray.
Then there were those who just felt like dancing, whether as a group or performing their own special solo routine like the Phoenix Suns' Bo Outlaw, while the Spurs needed 2 to tango, Tony Parker and Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan, unbelievable!
Amare Stoudemire was a one-man show.
Stoudemire, Amare is amazing!
And so is Vince Carter.
Alley-oop, Carter with a big slam.
And Pedro Drobniak hit new heights.
Harrington ball. Drobniak with a throwdown.
Can we say a little hang time from Pedro?
They were making sweet music around the league this week, especially the NBA's younger generation. Rookies like Atlanta's Josh Smith.
Smith's going to take it right to the rim.
The New Orleans Hornets' J.R. Smith.
Oh, here's J.R. Smith with the follow. In explosive fashion.
And the Celtics' Tony Allen.
Tony Allen.
Walter gives Allen a slammer.
And if that didn't get you fired up, then just keep loose and stay right there until next week. Time now for more of NBA TV's NBA action. Now we follow Hornet star Baron Davis in his new role as executive producer of a movie in this week's Timeout.
This is my movie room, and hopefully I'll have, you know, movies of my own in this collection. And, you know, that's just how it is. It's hard, but, you know, from LA, that's what we do, man.
Scene set. The sun goes down over Los Angeles. Cut to Baron entering production office.
We want to make a movie that, you know, captures the streets, that's real, and you know, we came up with a hot title, a killer director, you know, the game, the hottest rap star, and I'm just excited to be up and running now.
The working title right now is called The Life He Chose. It's a movie straight out of Compton, you know, about this cat who tries best to do good, but, you know, sometimes it's hard. The option's not there to do good. So you just flip it and do what he knows best.
This was a table read we had yesterday of the whole cast to
flush out the script.
We gave the director an opportunity to hear it so he could start to visualize and to make some corrections and do the things that he needs to do necessary to, you know, bring the script up to date. That's going to be sick right there. I love that right there. That just changed the whole way I looked at it. Like, this is he's going to contradict himself the whole time. Man, I'm feeling that already, guys.
I think we got us a home run. If it reads on the screen like it reads in the script, I think we got another urban classic.
I'm just really anxious to prove to a lot of people that I'm not just a basketball player.
Though new to the business, Barron is hands-on and eager to learn all he can about making movies.
He want to know where the money's going. He want to know what's a first AD. He want to know what's a DP. What kind of lens the director and the DP is using. He want to know that. I'm his eyes and ears to walk him through this whole project. We want to talk to you about what kind of cameras and the lenses and the look you're looking for.
We're shooting Super 16. Film it out. You know what I mean?
Trying to capture, like, you know, just like the real essence of the whole, you know, street.
I'm gonna give you a book tomorrow. The book will probably be ready.
The best thing about, you know, doing this project is everybody is so willing to, you know, give of themselves, you know, all that they have into this to make this a success. Appreciate working with you all, man. I know y'all can get it done, man. Making a movie is a lot like being on the team. You know, you have your point guard, who's the director, you know, and you want to make your director as happy as possible.
Man, this dude ain't had no talk to him yes. Everything is yes, oh, we got you. He ain't never heard
I don't want my helicopter shot. I ain't asking you for nothing else.
They put me in the middle of everything. I try not to get involved because, you know, Seth wants this, and Steve like, well, that ain't in the budget.
That can't go, right?
Okay, if I find something else, you can. What else we need to take out, Rob? Car wash? Nah, I ain't swapping no car wash for no helicopter. You crazy?
Oh, it's a swap for the helicopter?
Yeah, we trying to
need
get
a lot of things for the helicopter, brother.
He take out 2 things. I give him his helicopter.
They go back and forth, and then Steve turned to me like, well, it's up to him, you know. And I was just there to, you know, to kind of take things in.
You're not gonna compromise the picture, man.
Nah, that ain't about the picture. It's about the budget at this point.
Yeah, that budget and the picture is just.
That was in the budget. We fight.
Love thy neighbor. You know, it's all in good fun, and you know, I try to keep that in every aspect of everything that I do is keep fun but hard work at the same time. We have to figure out a way to give him that chopper shot.
You heard him. You heard him. All right, come on, my helicopter shot.
It's all about relationships. And all these businesses, organizations, foundations, I mean, everything that I have going, I know that I believe in people. One of the keys to success is if you motivate people and you push them, I believe that I can make people better. That's what I do on the court, and that's what I want to be in life, as a person that make people achieve more than what they would get out of themselves.
Welcome back to NBA TV's NBA Action. Now it's time for the top 10 plays of the week in our NBA TV countdown. Starting us off at number 10, the Suns' Sean Marion rises above the Rockets.
Marion right in the face of Mutombo.
At number 9 is this Hawks alley-oop, Al Harrington to Josh Smith.
Harrington. Oh, baby! He jumped out of the gym.
At number 8, the Hornets' Baron Davis feeds the Birdman, Chris Anderson.
Alley-oop to Anderson. Perfectly timed, played, and displayed.
At number 7, it's the Suns' Steve Nash displaying his shooter's touch.
That's a player. That's a former player. Oh, what a shot by Nash.
Right off the top of the backboard.
That ball should not have gone in.
At 6, it's the Pacers' Jamal Tinsley with a no-look dish for Jeff Foster.
Tinsley finding a goal. Oh, what a pass to Foster inside by Jamal Tinsley. Sensational.
At number 5, once again, it's the high-flying young Hawk, Josh Smith.
Remember, with 8 seconds on the shot clock, wasn't looking. Look out, this could be good.
In at number 4, there was just no stopping the Suns of Amare Stoudemire.
Amare Stoudemire around Mutombo.
Coming in at number 3, it's the Cavaliers' Lucius Harris making a tough play look easy.
Offensively and defensively. Lucius Harris, first to steal, and then the pretty pass. Love it, love it. People are loving it here.
In at 2, Wally Zerbiak comes away feeling rejected by Gerald Wallace.
Haven't shot the ball well as a great shot clock down. Zerbiak up fake to the hole. Denied by Wallace. Whoa, incredible block.
And with the number 1 play, LeBron James flies in for a big finish.
Now he's blowing by. I mean, he feels it. He's taking it to the rim.
It's a shame that mask is really affecting his play.
Yes.
That's our show for this week. Thanks for watching. Last week, fans on NBA.com said that this reverse dunk by Kobe Bryant was the number 1 play of the week, and it's certainly worth another look. Remember, you can vote for your favorite play all season long by logging on to the league's official website, NBA.com. I'm Spiro Ditas for NBA TV's NBA Action. See you next week.
A golf double bill coming up soon with the Sony Open from the US PGA and the review of the year from the European Seniors Tour. But first, kickboxing, and now is the time, Night of Combat.
Wicked, kickboxing massive. Wicked, Thai boxing massive. The original General Levy, and I want to pick up the JKO Promotions Pro. The World Championship Thai and kickboxing massive. Now is the time, Night of Combat. Incredible.
You're watching Now Is the Time, Night of Combat. Welcome to the second and final part of the K1 Battle of Britain Super Heavyweight Championship. I'm Taz Melissa Khan, and it's a pleasure to join you once again at ringside to bring you some more exciting K1 fight action. Out of the 8 fighters that started this competition, last week's qualifying round saw the 8 down to 4. And soon after the grueling process of both the semi-finals and the final, only then will we be able to establish who will be the K1 Super Heavyweight Champion. Now, the pressure is definitely on for the big boys. They're feeling it. But if you missed last week's qualifying rounds on our last episode of Now's the Time Night of Combat, let's just have a quick recap of what happened in those qualifying rounds. First fight of the qualifying round was Gordon Miners from North Wales Thai Boxing Gym in Holywell versus Nick Shepherd from Tigers Gym in Leeds. The second fight was Duncan Airlie James from Glasgow Fight Club versus Chris Batcheldor from Woking Muay Thai in Woking. The third fight was Gary Turner from Woking Thai Boxing in Woking versus Steve Jones from the City of Liverpool Kickboxing Gym. And the fourth and final fight of the qualifying round was Rob Lloyd from Elite Kickboxing Gym in Liverpool versus James Zikic from TKO in London. Let me give you a quick recap of the action from these bouts.
So as our MC Mike Goodall announces the third and final round in this first elimination bout. And one thing again, Nick's been very accurate with, it's to the back of that knee he's been kicking. He's been quite accurate.
There we are. 2 big shots back at Nick. It's the condition here. That's what it is. It's the condition, Malcolm. This is what's making the fight pay.
But I'd like to pick up on something with you. Either way, this won't have been the fight that Gordon wanted, but it's been a very, very tough opening round. And you don't really get that much time to recover in these elimination bouts. Is this the sort of fight he will have wanted for his first round?
Definitely not. I mean, you've got the other coaches from the other stables. They'll be saying, oh, his legs going, you know, when we fight Gordon next, if we fight Gordon, that's what we've got to work on. His legs are going. And it's not a nice position to be in.
And that's the first time we've seen that crisp boxing jab from him, which you know he can do. I think he needed to fight this fight maybe at a longer range than he has.
Yes. And he's giving Nick more heart by showing that as well. But Gordon seems to be more effort in this last round. You know, he's throwing the cleaner shots.
Yes,
working that bit harder.
Nick really gulping in the air there, which I think you're right will be the difference between the two. But I'd like to see this man more conditioned because he's got good technique.
Absolutely.
And again, he suddenly comes out with one of those low kicks that really troubles Gordon.
Absolutely, but he's just not doing enough of it. And that is down to his condition. But that was a clean kick. Gordon's in pain. Gordon's in pain.
Having said all this, is there any chance that if we see this act, it doesn't look like Gordon's going to be capable of stopping him? Is there any chance that the judges might actually go with Nick Shepherd?
I can see it going to an extra round. Gordon put too much effort into the last round to drop it, in my opinion, but you just don't know. You just don't know. I'm not a judge on this occasion.
But again, those low kicks from Nick Shepherd causing Gordon Miners all sorts of trouble. And one of the great things about the K1 elimination is the fact that it's not getting through, it's how you get through. Sure. Gordon's taken a lot of punishment to those legs. What do you think about opener then, Phil?
The result's going to be close, I think, on just sheer heart, possibly to Gordon. He's doing more punches, more front kicks and low kicks, whereas Nick survived just on the low kicks, really. I don't think that'll be enough to get him through the opening fight, but stranger things have happened.
Exactly. Well, Phil Williams has got an idea that it's Gordon Miners. And again, Phil, if we look here, he's starting to pick his shots now.
Yes.
And there, we saw clearly the way that Nick was blowing at the end of that round.
Sure, yeah.
But he still took his round. Yes, very good opening elimination bout here, but let's see where it goes. Neither man will want that extra round. Very tough opening bout.
We have a unanimous decision in favour of Gordon Miners in the red corner.
Yes, Phil, you're right. So, third and final round. We think Duncan's just ahead, and we're convinced that he will try to push the issue even more. Really, this fight is as much on what Chris Batchelor will do to stop him doing that. On another note, Phil, with both these men, not the war we saw in the first fight. Whichever one wins is going to come through relatively unscathed, isn't he?
They're going to come through fresh, but I still believe with Gordon, they're going to have to be careful because Gordon hits harder with the hands than these two. It's going to be interesting on the next fight. If they can keep running and not get caught by one of Gordon's bombs, one of these two could be in the final.
Nice short jab there by Chris Batchelor. Again, he's showing us that he is still in this fight. And if it goes the distance, I will be very interested to see the judges scoring on this.
Yes, it's going to be close. It's going to be very close. But was that a punch at the same time?
No, that was, he tried for what you were saying, the high knee this time. He tried to take it to the face and simply overbalanced. And but the other thing is, I don't think Duncan's asserted himself as much as I thought he would in this round.
No, throwing the knees inside, good idea. Chris is timing.
Yes, it's good left there. As you said, he's looking for that left hand and he landed it sweetly. Yes. This might just be the difference, Phil.
Yeah, the difference is Duncan's dangerous. That's the difference. Duncan's hurting Chris when he hits him. But his work rate's not what it should be.
But you also said he's wily, he's a seasoned campaigner. If he gets through this, I think he'll be throwing a lot of low kicks at Gordon and trying to stay out of the way of the bombs.
Definitely. Judge's decision on this one is going to be very close, but I just feel that Chris did enough earlier on to possibly shade it. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to an extra round. But if it goes to the extra round, my money's on Duncan.
Right, but as it is, I've been impressed with Chris overall. As you said, he's got flaws. He's only had 7 fights, but he's not disgracing himself in there.
Not disgracing himself at all, no. He's putting up a good front kick to Duncan's face there.
And a nice jab as well, so he's recovered a bit of composure now, Chris Batchelor. I, for one, would be very interested in the result in this one, and I'm not going to predict it, because Duncan, for me, hasn't asserted on this third round the way I thought he might.
No, it's close. It's going to go, in my opinion, to an extra round. I wouldn't be surprised if it did.
Phil trying to get a sneaky look at the judge's scorecard there. I saw him looking over, trying to see what the judge was doing there. And this one very hard to call.
The judges' scorecards, so we have a majority decision in favour of the winner in the blue corner, Chris Batchelor.
Well, you said it might happen, Phil, and it has. A majority decision, Chris Batchelor. Duncan shook his head. So here you go, round 2 or 3, a very tough baptism of fire for Steve Jones, but we're impressed with this young man. And the best thing to say, Steve Jones showing real character and grit here, because that right uppercut came through, then the low kick. He spent a lot of time on that canvas in this round from those low kicks, and he's beginning to feel them.
It's tiring getting up and down off the canvas. Even though those low kicks are not particularly hurting him, it's annoying when you have to keep getting up and down off the canvas. But Gary's actually hurting him.
And he's doing it with that lead left hand as well. He's coming through solidly with that before he throws the right. Then that right uppercut.
Yeah, he just needs to throw a knee. If he's just throw a knee now, that'd land on Steve, and I think he'll have Steve out of there.
Ooh. Hands down, he's showing him no respect. He ducked that high kick. He's saying, this is my fight now, you're in my territory. He really is showing him he's the boss at the moment.
Absolutely.
Oh, that right hand took him, that's clean. I don't think he'll get up from this.
No, he was in an unorthodox little short right hand, and it hit him right in the side of the head.
And again, it's from that straight left. That straight left is landing.
Absolutely.
I mean, what's worrying for Steve is that's the equivalent of just a straight jab, and it's coming through clean and hurting him.
Absolutely.
That's it, it's over now, Phil.